mental scars many soldiers bring back from war may have a lot to do with how the enemy fights. A joint study by researchers with the Department of Veterans Affairs and Boston University School of Medicine identified 3 separate phases of the Iraq War based on past reports. They found male veterans who fought in the phase marked by enemy guerrilla combat tactics were almost twice as likely to be diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder than those involved in the other 2 phases. In the other 2 phases of the war, enemy combatants used similar tactics as the US military, but the guerrilla tactics phase was characterized by surprise attacks and bombings. Researchers found that phase didn't lead to increased PTSD rates for female veterans, although it's not exactly clear why. Previous research reportedly shows women might have different sets of risk factors for PTSD. The study's authors were able to control for the amount of combat between the war's different phases, but they weren't able to control for the intensity of the combat, which could limit the findings. But because the US military's budget towers over most established countries, American forces might be increasingly unlikely to face an enemy that shares its tactics. The issue could extend beyond the military to terrorist attacks on American soil. The US Department of Veterans Affairs reports 1 to 2 months after the 9/11 attacks, 11% of New York City residents suffered from PTSD. For Newsy, I'm Ryan Beek.